Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing new year so far. Today we are going to be talking about every single book that I read in 2024 and we are going to be tier ranking them, okay? So we have 5 categories today. So our 1-star, like bottom of the barrel tier is Death to All of Them. Simple as that. I don't know why she's here. I don't like, why did we kill a tree for this? Like, Then our like 2-star tier is right. Like, she's a book. She definitely, I mean, I can kind of understand why it exists, but not really. Then we have 3-star tier. We vibed. She was cute. I enjoyed. Our 4-star tier, we can kiki. Like, she's a good time. I enjoyed. And then our 5-star, 6-star, whatever you want to call it, tier, Save from a Fire. I would walk into a burning building to save this book. And I'm so serious about it too. So our first book here we have is 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. She was cute. I liked her. I had like slight issues with her, and I'm gonna put her in We Vibed. It did take me a minute to actually start caring about it, but this is a magical realism. This girl inherits this apartment that is 7 years in the past, like every once in a while, and she ends up 7 years in the past, and there's this man in the apartment. So, yeah, this was cute. We vibed. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I did not think I was gonna love this book, but no, like I kind of ate it up, unfortunately. This is about this girl that was just like bullied so bad she had to change schools, and she ends up becoming friends with the star, what's he called? Rugby player. And we kikied hard, actually. I will be reading the next 13. What is it, Keeping 13? But I have no intentions of reading the rest of the books. Book lovers. Okay, I actually reread this year. This used to be my favorite Emily Henry and my favorite romance. It has been dethroned from both of those. Oops. um I still like love her and I'm still very fond of her, but I think this year we more vibed. Like, she was previously Saved from a Fire, but now she's like We Vibed. Oops. Beach Read, another reread actually. She is unfortunately she is better than Book Lovers in my opinion now, and I'm gonna put her in We Can Kiki. I'm not a Beach Read truther. Like, I like her a lot, but I don't need to be doing all that for Beach Read. Oh, Book Lovers is about a literary agent and an editor that end up in the same small town for a couple months. And Beach Read is about 2 authors that strike up a bet to like see who can write the best book. Anyway, I'm sure you know what Beach Read and Book Lovers are about because it's Emily Henry. Next we have Before I Let Go. Unfortunately, I did not love this book like everybody else. We vibed. I'll say we vibed, but this is about this couple that got divorced and they still kind of have some feelings like lingering for each other. So it's just them like still trying to figure out how to run their restaurant and co-parent their kids while also being like, ugh, like we already got divorced. Like, what do we do now? I think it was like a beautiful story, but I don't know. I feel like people hyped this up a little too much. So we vibed. We have A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. We Can Kiki heavy. This is about Dracula's first wife, Constanta, and just like she writes letters to him like about their life. Yes, this was really good. You're gonna notice a theme. I'm in my vampire era, okay, and I'm literally reading Eclipse from Twilight right now. Like, I'm still in it. I'm still very heavily in it. But yes, this was so good. Yeah. We have Love on the Brain by Ellie Hazelwood Queen. Ooh, we vibed. It's not my favorite. Ellie Hazelwood is another just STEM girl dealing with STEM stuff, and she thinks the man hates her. And you know what? I love the formula. Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. To my surprise, we can kiki. This is a werewolf ex vampire romance. I really like this. I think this is her most like detailed and intricate story. I think she put a lot of thought into it and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so I think if you're like scared to pick a bride, I don't think you should be. I think she was a good time. Ooh, Caught Up by Liz Tom Ford. She is we can kiki. Oh, I didn't rate this 5 stars, but I'm debating if I want to put it in Save from a Fire. Do I? This was really good. This was my first book of 2024, and I literally cried at the ending. And like it wasn't even sad. I just cried. Oh, would I save this from a fire? You know what? We're gonna put it in Save from a Fire, and we're gonna see if we need to change anything at the end. But Caught Up was actually so good. This is single dad baseball player and basically the nanny. So yeah, it was really good. It was really good, guys. I want to read the next book about the guy's brother. Next we have What We Do in the Dark. We vibed. I think she was cute. This is about this girl in college who ends up having an affair with this married woman. And I really like this because you never find out the woman's name, and I think that's really fun and interesting. It was cute. It was pretty relatable at times, and really short. So I had fun with that. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Miss Jeanette McCurdy. She was really fun. I didn't actually rate this on Goodreads, but I'm gonna say, ooh, I'm like between these two. Can we kiki? Oh, I don't know, guys. Can we kiki? I need one like in between. Do I? No. We vibed. That feels wrong. But kiki feels too high. We'll move that one if we need to. I thought it was pretty good. I like really felt for her, and it was really interesting to like read about her experience, and I like the way the book was structured. I had a good time. I didn't want to put it down. Yeah, okay, whatever. She can kiki. Then I have You Exist Too Much by Zaina Arafat. I think that's her name. Apologies. This is about a Palestinian American who is kind of dealing with being queer and Arab and just like her life, and also she has like a love addiction, so never anything like that. I thought this was I was not vibing at first. Like at first I was like, right. But then I got to the end, I was like rooting for her. Like I was rooting for her. So I'm gonna say we vibed. I thought it was really interesting. Oh, okay. Return of Ellie Black by Amiko Jean. This is my first ever mystery, and I truly cannot. I just didn't care. It's about this girl, she went missing, and then she shows up again after a few years, and this cop comes to like basically figure out what happened to her, and I just didn't care. Like the cop was a little annoying. The ending was a little like predictable. Like there was too much foreshadowing. I don't like too much foreshadowing because it's like, well, girl, you just told me what's gonna happen. I don't know. I did finish this in one night, but also because I had literally nothing else to do. I really don't like this book. I want to say it has some redeeming qualities, but like, I don't think it does. Oh, are we putting in? I guess. That, whatever. Okay. Oh, then we have This Ravenous Fate, another vampire romance, like I said. Um, this unfortunately is going in right. The characters were kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. It is YA, so I'm trying to keep that in mind, but also it was so difficult to get through this book. Like, I wanted to love it so bad. However, she did not do what needed to be done. And that made me really sad. I'm actually getting rid of this book, and I've already gotten rid of this book. So, Flowers for Algernon, Saved from a Fire. I was really scared to start this book, but one of my best friends, it's her favorite book. She rereads it all the time, and she asked me to read it over the summer, and I did, and I cried. It's about this guy named Charlie who gets chosen to be part of this experiment that's only been done on this rat named Algernon, and he is mentally disabled. So in this experiment, he becomes like super duper intelligent, and it's just about the human experience and seeing how people treat maybe not the brightest people and like the super intelligent, and then it just like goes downhill. And oh, I cried. Yeah, this was a really good book. Powerless by Miss Elsie Silver. Death. I acknowledge that this is not really anyone's like favorite book in the Chestnut Spring series because it's the least like cowboy of all of them, and I know that it's also like just I don't know. I actually don't know what I don't know or know, because I just know that I didn't like this. I think that the characters were a little annoying. It just seemed like a little whack, not gonna lie. Funny story by Emily Henry. We Can Kiki. We Can Kiki. Because I feel like Daphne was so relatable, and I really enjoyed Miles. I love all of her male main characters. I think they're like so like we vibe, period. And I really liked their dynamic. I feel like they were really good friends before they like did anything romantic, and I just really enjoyed this a lot. Half a Soul. Half a Soul. Oh my gosh. Saved from a Fire. This is not a 5 either, but basically, let me re-explain actually, because this is not fully the stars. Okay, Saved from a Fire is more like, I think about this book a lot, and like when I look at this book, like my heart is really happy. We Can Kiki is, I kind of like, I love her. I love her. She's a good time. But you know, she's just not the same as the other ones. We vibed. I liked. You know, I don't have many bad things to say. Right is, I do see, but I don't understand, you know? And then yeah, that's all of them is, I hate this book. I have literally no good feelings about it at all. Now with that in mind, Half a Soul, I think about all the time. I loved all of the characters. This is about this girl who literally doesn't have half of her soul, and she meets this magician guy, and this is also Regency London, mind you. So it's like Bridgerton with a hint of Fae in there, I guess. I don't know. But this was so cute. Like, this was so cute. Like, Dora was such a likable character. Like, I loved her. Like, you'd think like a character with half a soul you wouldn't really love. I loved her, okay? We have Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. Julie Soto is a new auto-buy author for me. Like, I love her down. I am going to probably purchase every book that she makes from now on. And so Forget Me Not is going in Kiki. There's another book from her that is Saved from a Fire, but we'll get there. Forget Me Not is about this girl, Alma, who is a wedding planner, and she ends up like having this really big wedding where she has to work with her ex-boyfriend, florist. Like, something about a man and flowers. Like, I'm kind of like, I was eating it up. I read Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I'm putting this in right. I understand the significance of it. I think for when it was written, okay, yes, revolutionary. Oh my gosh. However, I cannot get over the like fat phobia and bits of racism in this book. Like, what do you mean? Sorry, I don't care at all about what she's going through because I'm like, why are you calling people fat? You're literally going insane and you're worried about someone being fat over here? What? Half-Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. We can kiki. We can kiki because I am really excited to actually continue this series. This book is like Vampire Academy with like hints of Percy Jackson thrown in. And I liked it. Was it original? But who cares about that? I don't. Then, oh, guys, this is my #1 book of 2024. If anyone's like, what was your favorite book? Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Yup. We're putting this first. Let's make it clear. This is first. Abby Jimenez just writes the most realistic and I feel like not emotionally mature, but like these characters have feelings. They have complex thoughts and feelings, and it hurts my heart, but it also makes me giggle, and I just have the most amazing time. Just for the Summer is about this guy who posts on Reddit about him having like this dating curse, and this traveling nurse Emma is like, oh my gosh, me too. They meet up, like we're gonna cancel out our curse, and just hang out a couple times. Girl, they hang out more than a couple times. Anyway, this book was so, I would say look up kind of trigger warnings because it's like, some of this is like, yeah, that's a lot to handle emotionally. Like, if any of the things that these two characters were going through happened to me, I don't know what I would do because next we have Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This is going in Save from a Fire. I think that this is the cutest romance ever. It is the cutest, okay? This is about Win and Bo who hook up at a Halloween party and she ends up pregnant, and they just kind of are figuring out, like, do they want to have a baby? If, like, do we want to be parents? Like, just, like, getting to know each other. Oh, it's so cute, guys. And what I love the most about it is they both have some sort of physical disability. And so I feel like it just, like, their characters are just, they're such amazing characters and I love them. And I just really like the representation, and I love this book, guys. Then I have To Kill a Kingdom, YA Little Mermaid retelling. We vibed. She was cute. I feel like the romance aspect of it was like more in the background, but it was good. But the lore, like, I feel like the way that the person described the world and like how everything worked in the end, like, that was really good. I read my first manga this year and it was Game Between the Suits. It's a little dirty. My reason for this is she was very como se dice, annoying, because the guy is basically just harassing her at work, and then they do get together and I'm just like, why? And also, like, everyone hated her because she was like a workaholic. They're like, oh, you work too much. Why do we care, guys? I don't. Then we have another reread this year, Normal People by Sally Rooney. Normal People, the show, amazing. My first read of it, really good. I don't know what happened this time, but I truly hated Marianne and Connell. I don't know what happened. So my answer now is right, unfortunately. I think I will reread it again at some point and hopefully love it again. But Lord, this time was not good, guys. Then we have Perks of Being a Wallflower, Week in Kiki. I think everyone should read this book because it's just so beautiful. And I think it shows that, like, you're not alone, especially when you're a teenager. Like, being a teenager is hard. I think the movie is pretty accurate to the book. I haven't rewatched the movie since I've read this. But yeah, this is just about Charlie, and he's writing letters to someone. I don't really know who. About his experience in high school, and he's dealing with depression and a lot of childhood trauma that you kind of discover later, and it's yeah, my heart hurt, but it was really good. Next, we have Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. We are saving her from here. We're gonna put her here, actually. Nope, we're gonna put her here. This is my favorite Ali Hazelwood book. This is also her spiciest book, and I know a lot of people didn't like it for that, but I ate it up. This is about this girl named Rue and this guy Eli, and they're basically like not work rivals, but his company is like trying to take over her company, but they cannot deny this attraction that they have. And so they're like, we're just gonna do it one time, and we're gonna get it out of our system. Liars. I just really enjoyed this. Felt very different from her other books. Like, it's still girl in STEM and dealing with that, but like 10 times better in my opinion. Then we have Old Enough. I hate how this cuts off the thing, but whatever. We vibed. This was a cute little like college coming of age story, and she's bi, I believe, and she's kind of also dealing with like who she was when she was younger and like not out, and then now being out in college, and kind of other past problems. And yeah, she was good. Then I have The Way I Am Now, which is the sequel to The Way I Used to Be. I loved The Way I Used to Be. It was the last book I read in 2023. And so I went into The Way I Am Now pretty fresh. And Week in Kiki. I just really love the story. The Way I Used to Be is about this girl Eden who is actually assaulted by her brother's best friend, and it just kind of shows how that's impacted her all throughout high school. And this one is just mainly about her like starting her college years. It's not as long as the first one. Like, it doesn't have as much as a, what is the word? I don't know. It's not over 4 years, but I thought this was really good. I liked seeing Eden in a different light, and this one also focuses on another character that we see in the first book that I really love. So it was just so good. It was so good, guys. Then we have Demon, which is the like novella before Half-Blood. I'm just gonna say right. Like, I mean, I think I gave it like 3 stars because it was just 60 pages of just explaining right what happens right before Half-Blood. And I'm like, I don't know why this was its own thing. I don't know why we didn't just put this in Half-Blood, but whatever. Then, probably my most disappointing read of 2024, Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. The first book is Divine Rivals, which, if you watch my reading vlog from last year, you will see that I ate that book up so hard. I loved Divine Rivals. And this just did not live up to the hype. It just, no, it was bad. Sorry. Then we have The Serpent in the Wings of Night. Once again, guys, I'm in my vampire era. This was good. I don't know. I mean, I have the second book. Like, I want to read the second book, but I truly don't know if she's Kiki or vibed. Because I remember really enjoying the main character, the main guy. The girl was like fine. Vibed? Vibed or Kiki? I'm gonna say vibed. We vibed. It's about a human girl, Aurea, who lives in this like vampire world, and she is tired of being a human because humans are treated as second-class citizens, and so she joins this trial. Anytime there's a trial in a book, I'm just like, Susan, your impact. She is gonna wish to become a human at the end because that's like the prize you can get, is like whatever you want, but she ends up building an alliance with this guy named Rain. My man, we like this. Then we have Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. We Can Kiki because I really liked how it was short, got to the point, but like I didn't feel like I was missing anything at all. Like it wasn't one of those stories like, oh, I wish I had more, because more would have made it not as impactful, I feel. But this is about this girl who is going to like her family's summer home because she's getting married, and so she wants to get married where she spent her summers. And her childhood soulmate basically is actually there, and you don't really know why they don't like each other anymore or like what the problem is, and it's past and present timeline. And I thought this was really good. Like, she ate. I'm excited to read Nora Goes Off Script by her. Then we have True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. I gave this 3 stars because it really wasn't bad, but I just don't ever think about this book. But I'm gonna say we vibed. It's funny because I'm literally getting rid of this book because like I just don't look at it and feel it really anything. But this is about this romance author. Her name is Fizzy, not her legal name, but they're like, oh hey Fizzy. Fizzy, please do not piss me off. But this is about Fizzy, who ends up going on this dating show, and the problem is she likes the producer and not the contestants on the dating show. So it was interesting concept. I wish there had been more of the dating show aspect, and I wish there were a bit more high stakes. Like it was kind of like in the end everyone was just like, okay, right, okay. Then we have King of Wrath by Anna Huang. You know what? We vibed. I bought this book only because I hated Twisted Love so much, and I just got so angry every time I saw Anna Huang's name on anything. And I was like, I don't know this woman, and I don't want to feel this way. So I bought King of Wrath. King of Wrath made me feel better. This is about it's like a billionaire arranged marriage, very goofy. I feel like her books are goofy, but like in a good way. It's a good goofy. It's not for me. I don't think billionaire romances are for me because they just already come with a certain level of goof. Then we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts, and I love her. I do not care about what people are saying. Even if I agree, I had a really good time, and I was tabbing my book. I don't tab my books very often, guys. So it meant something to me. And yes, this is about a girl. Sorry, because it's just, you know. This is about a girl who lives in this world where there are people with powers and people without powers. And if you don't have a power, you're considered nasty, gross, disgusting, you must die. And so she passes off as like having powers, but she ends up in these trials and she's fighting for her life and trying not to be found out. But also, of course, she's in love with the prince. I love Kai. That man is silly. Literally, I just thought about a quote from the book and an act that he does, and she will be reread, maybe, because I don't want to ruin the magic. Then I read Tomorrow. Yeah. This isn't right. A lot of the themes in this book I didn't like agree with. Like I wasn't just like, ugh, I was like, that's just wrong. Like this is wrong. I can understand, it's like a cool concept, like these two people that have known each other since childhood make a video game together, So there's a lot of cool like video games talk in it, but I just, no, I'm okay. Oh my gosh, what are our last two books, guys? Reckless, which is after Powerless. This isn't right because this was very obviously a filler book, because literally I know exactly how I would rewrite this book. Like, if you gave me the pages, I would be editing away. Like, I know exactly. I just don't think I don't know. There was just so much more she could have done. And you can just tell she was just like, okay, we need to get to book 3. Girl! We're on our last book, guys. This is Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. And she is also being saved from a fire. I ate this book up, okay? This is about these two musicians that are part of this orchestra, and one is a girl who's just like really trying to, you know, make it and make a name for herself, and the other, he is already like, he's basically a classical rock star, and I love that man. I loved Xander Thorne so much. Yeah, no, I just love the art style of this cover. I think this is like one of my favorite covers from 2024. So good. But yeah, oh my gosh, we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and maybe we'll be reading some of these books. And if you've read any of these, please let me know your thoughts. I love talking about books. And also, if you have any book recommendations based off of my reading, I would love to hear them. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. All right, bye guys.